Our story begins in the small town of Clarksville. It was December and Miss Honeywell, teacher in room 3 at Clarksville Elementary, was finishing up her lessons before Christmas break.
All right, children, I know you're all excited about Christmas, but you need to settle down so we can finish our lesson today. Are you ready for our letter game?
Yeah!
All right, I'll hold up a letter, and you have to give me a word that begins with that letter.
D for gumdrop.
Right! Okay, what about this one?
D for bubblegum.
Good! Ready for the next one?
L for lollipop.
I guess you all have candy on your mind today. Is that because of Christmas?
Yeah.
Yep.
All the children got out of their seats and began talking at once. They told Miss Honeywell about something they had seen yesterday after school. They told her how a man had come into town and bought the empty store building on Main Street. And then Maddie told her what all the children were hoping for.
We hope it's going to be a candy store.
Well, that would be something. But try not to get your hopes up too much. He may not even be here to open up a store.
But he drove a big truck with tools in the back. And there are big boxes in the back of the truck, too.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
As the days went on, the stranger worked long hours inside the empty building. As soon as school was over each day, the children would all run into the window of the empty store to try to get a peek inside. They could hear the sounds of sawing and hammering and could smell the scent of fresh paint, but they couldn't get a good enough look to see what was inside. And the children weren't the only ones who were curious. The townspeople all had different hopes and guesses for what kind of building they hoped it would be. Mr. Clark, the mayor, thought,
Hope it will be a doctor's office. My arthritis is acting up worse than ever.
Mrs. Clark, the mayor's wife, thought,
I hope it's a bookstore full of exciting new books.
Mr. Field, the mail carrier, thought,
I hope it's a shoe store. My shoes are getting holes in them.
Miss Randall, the substitute teacher, thought,
I hope that man is a tailor that will make beautiful dresses.
Mr. Johnson, who was a farmer, thought,
I hope it's a hardware store. I could sure use some new tools.
The children had already told their teacher their wish for the store building, but now they hardly dared to say their wish out loud for fear it might not come true. One day, a big delivery of boxes arrived at the empty storefront. Now the children decided they couldn't wait any longer, so they gathered up their courage and knocked on the door.
Oh, hello, children. What can I do for you?
You got some big boxes in the mail. Would you like some help carrying them inside?
You children would really like to help me.
Yes!
Do you know what's inside these boxes?
No!
Well, it's about time you found out. If you help me carry these over here, you can help me open them. First of all, my name is Mr. Sonneman, and I'm here to open a new store. Can you guess what kind of store it will be?
No.
Mr. Sonneman opened the first box, and the children let out squeals of delight, for it was filled with all kinds of sweet candy.
That's right, I'm a candy maker. Is that what you're hoping for?
Yes!
The next box they opened held a candy that the children had never seen before. They asked Mr. Sonneman about it.
That is called a candy cane. I invented it for a very special reason. Would you like to hear what it was?
Yes, yes, please.
He told the children that he made the candy cane as a witness to Christ and the reason he was born. The children looked confused, so he went on to explain the different parts of the candy cane and how they point people to Jesus.
First, he made the candy hard, like a rock, because Jesus is the firm foundation of our faith. 1 Corinthians 3:11 says, "For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ." And 1 Peter 2:6 says, "Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded."
He then made the candy in the form of a letter J, which stands for Jesus. Matthew 1:21, "Thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins." And in Acts 4:12, "Neither is there any salvation any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men by which must be saved."
When you turn the letter J upside down, you have the shape of a shepherd's staff. In John 10:11, Jesus said, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep." So the candy cane also represents Jesus as our good shepherd, who came down into the world to rescue all who have gone astray. Isaiah 53:6, "All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all."
He had made the candy cane white to represent that Jesus was without sin. 2 Corinthians 5:21, "For he hath made him to be sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him."
The color red is for the blood that Jesus shed for our sins on the cross. Revelation 1:5, "Unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood." He chose to put the red color on the candy cane using stripes to represent the beating that Jesus took for us before he died on the cross. Isaiah 53:5, "But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed."
I have an idea. Why don't we meet up tonight and go caroling and bring candy canes with us?
Yeah, that's a great idea. See you tonight. See you tonight.
With just a simple candy design, Mr. Sonneman had completely changed the children's perspective of Christmas. Just hours before, their hopes and thoughts had been on candy and presents, but now their hearts were filled with the love of Jesus. They were excited to share the real reason for Christmas with all of their neighbors. And here they come now.
So, next time you see a candy cane, here is a sermon it preaches. Jesus Christ, the Good Shepherd, is the sinless Rock of Ages, who loved us enough to suffer and die for our sins. Merry Christmas!
Kids all have candy canes with handouts that they want to give to you, so we're gonna hand send some out. So we're gonna go. Two of them.